Hi guys, Professor Davis here. This is going to be a little weird. For some reason, Teams is not working. I can't get it to allow me to record. I don't have any of my toolbar there. I did have it earlier. I recorded an entire lecture just to find out that the entire lecture was, it was there, but there was no audio. So I don't know if they're doing some kind of maintenance or what, but I'm just going to quickly do this video just through my computer and then upload it to the lectures. Your persuasive speeches are coming up, and I want to make sure that you remember to submit your topics to me via email before you start. Again, I want to make sure that you guys understand, just like for the assignment this week, that, or for the discussion this week, that your persuasion cannot be propaganda. It cannot be ill-informed. It cannot be hyperbolic. It cannot be based in something other than research and evidence and facts. You want to find substantial information to support whatever point of view you are taking. So it's fine if you want to say, I want to do my persuasive speech on how blue is a better color for marketing than red. Well, there's been a ton of research on colors in marketing. And so you absolutely will be able to find something that says that, because actually that's been shown to be true, or at least there's some evidence about colors and branding and marketing and things like that. And so you could absolutely support the opinion. Now, you can't say blue is better than red in general, but you could certainly have evidence that suggests that it is better for marketing, or certainly better for a particular style of marketing. I know I've read somewhere or heard years ago that it was good for for web design and for shopping. So, excuse me, guys, I'm doing this so late because I've been trying for over an hour to get this to work. But remember to back that up. We don't want to use hearsay. We don't want to use our friend's grandmother's cousin's butcher's niece. That's anecdotal. That's not evidence-based. That is experience-based, which is different. Because your experience may not be universal. Her experience may not be universal. You may say, well, poodles bite people. I know that they're vicious because my cousin got bit by a poodle. Okay, my cousin didn't. So we both have had different experiences. So we would lean on research. What does the research say? Let's look up hospital records and see how many, poodle bites they get per year across America. Let's look up kennel records and see how many poodles are put down for being overly aggressive or whatever per year, whatever it might be. Or even legal things where we talk about personal injury. How many people have filed a personal injury lawsuit based on poodle bites? And you will likely find not many. But I don't know anything about poodles. I just certainly have never heard anything about them being particularly vicious, although they can be. They can definitely be pretty tough. And I know they were bred to do like hunting or something. They can be pretty tough. But in terms of being particularly malicious towards people, you would have to find evidence that supports that, not just your friend's cousin's aunt. That doesn't qualify as support for your piece. So the other part of the persuasive speech is make sure that you and your PowerPoint are in the presentation together. And there are several ways to do that in Teams if it's working. You can use Teams by just pulling up a Teams video and pulling up your PowerPoint. Teams has within it a PowerPoint feature that allows you to just upload your PowerPoint presentation. Your PowerPoint only needs to be 3 or 4 slides long, not including the cover slide, but you don't need much because you really just need to be able to say your little persuasive speech. You only have 3 or 4 minutes, whatever the length of the speeches are. And so it's not a lot of work in terms of making sure that you get a comprehensive slideshow put together. You can also use Google Slides, by the way. Your discussion post for this week is again about anecdotal information. Let me make sure I'm in the right place here. Nope, wrong one. Give me a second. I think this is the right one. Nope, that's not the right one either. We got so many classes. I have to find which board is you guys. This is you. All right. So your discussion topic for this week is right about, using anecdotal information I said, make sure you focus on the sections in the text about making sure your argument is has validity and is ethically sound. You do not use personal experience as universal experience. Your personal experience may very well be universal, but you have to find some evidence of that. And certainly there's plenty of personal experiences that we have or anecdotal experiences that we have that are indicative of a larger experience that many people have. We all can relate to stubbing our toe on the edge of the bed or the dresser or something in the middle of the night. Plenty of data supporting that is a common human experience. So you saying, well, that happens to me, so it must happen to other people or to everyone, is not how you phrase that. But it is one of those things that does happen to you and me. And there's evidence and study that suggests that it is universal. Something like a dream about going to school naked or you have the test and you're not prepared. Those dreams are incredibly common. They are universal, certainly in our country. And so, but certainly throughout other parts of the world as well, where they have tests in schools and things like that. But there's lots of documentation to say that is a universal human experience. Many, if not all of us, have that dream at some point, or some version of that, depending on our cultural, norms. And so that is ubiquitous. But you'd have to support that. But to say that everyone knows that green and red is better for Christmas than, blue and red and green, that's not true. Everybody doesn't know that. You need to show me that somewhere, because I don't know that to be true. Green and red are Christmas colors, but to say that everyone likes that, I see a lot of white. I see a lot of white lights. We do a lot of white lights in my neighborhood, a lot of white ornaments, a lot of white lighting on the outside of the house, the little, mechanical figurines and stuff. So find me some evidence that says we know that red and green are synonymous with Christmas, but is that what everyone prefers to decorate? I don't know. I have no idea. So you'd have to support that. So get me your speech topics for your speech. Make sure you and your PowerPoint are in the video. If you're having trouble with how to accomplish that, let me turn this off. All right. You can do something like where I'm here in front of my computer. I could use my computer, put my PowerPoint there, turn my video camera on so that I'm, able to see myself and you're able to see myself. Or I don't have to turn it on at all. I mean, I could do that and then have my camera here, my phone here with my camera on. And now you see me and you see my PowerPoint. But actually better would be not to have my camera on at all. Use this as my camera, have this be my PowerPoint, my computer here. And I will show you what I mean. This is weird, but I'm going to show you anyway. And so you see, this is me doing my PowerPoint presentation, right? So that's a good way to do it as well. You can absolutely do that. There are other ways in Teams, though, where you can actually superimpose your face over the, sorry guys, I'm in a hotel, but you can superimpose your face over your PowerPoint presentation. And Teams is ideal for that. So is Zoom. We do it constantly in business, and many of you may have done it as well. So please, look into those two options, three options: Teams, Zoom, where you can put your face on top of the PowerPoint slideshow. You're able to just upload it on Teams. Right over to the right side, there's a little option to upload your PowerPoint, and then it superimposes you next to it, and you can just stop and you record. Make sure you record. And then that's it. That's all you'd have to do. And that's all. If you want to use the thing I just did with the phone, that's perfectly great. It's sort of the poor man's version, which is wonderful. Where you just have your computer sitting, get your phone, put it behind you, and actually put the phone, sit it on something, don't hold it, and then just talk to the camera. I would say turn your body facing the phone, but just use your computer as your PowerPoint presentation. But I need both. I need your face and voice and your PowerPoint presentation in the video at the same time. Do not send me a PDF of your PowerPoint presentation and a separate video of you talking about your topic. That's not what we're doing. We're doing a traditional presentation where you have a visual display behind you. All right, guys. If there are no questions, if you have any questions, please let me know. And I'm going to work on figuring out what's going on with Teams and why it's not working. In the meantime, I will just upload this to lectures. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.